Hey, good morning out there in YouTube land. Thanks for being with us. I am Reverend Penny. Honey, you've dropped in at Unity of Flagstaff's YouTube channel, and we appreciate that. Be sure and share this link every chance you get. We love to have your comments and your likes. Those are always nice, too. So thanks again for being with us. Today, we're going to talk about radical acceptance. Woo! Going to have some fun with that. So settle in. We'll get started here in a few minutes. Hope that you are present and ready to receive all the good that the universe has for you. Blessings, my friends. Be sure and go to our website to see what's going on, and you can also donate there. We appreciate your ongoing support. Namaste. All right, how about you stand? Let's get this party started. I think everybody thinks it's too nice outside maybe to be at church today, but that's all right. You know what? We've got it covered. We appreciate Matt Devlin. Round of applause. We're going to do, one of my favorite Bob Marleys, and I love Bob Marley. Here we go.
Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. Three little birds perched on my doorstep, singing sweet songs, melody pure and true. Singing, this is my message for you. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. Three little birds perched by my doorstep, singing sweet songs, the melody pure and true. Singing, this is my message to you. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing gonna be alright.
Say good morning to each other. Okay, I'm feeling a little off kilter here. Do I need? Where'd you go?
Singing, don't worry about a thing. Here they come, rolling in.
All right. We are amazing. All right. Here we come. Here we go. Okay, thank you. Can you balance this room out for me a little bit here? This is... Matt says this is the really smart side of the room over here, by the way. Just say, oh, there he goes. Look, here he goes. Wants to be on the smart side. This is the coffee spilling side. That's right. This side comes with paper towel. Welcome. I'm Reverend Penny Honey. You have landed at Unity of Flagstaff. Welcome to our YouTubers out there live streaming. Love having you. Wave at the camera. There we go. All right. All right, so I've got a little quiz for you. I say it every week, so now I'm going to see if you really hear me. All right. All are welcome. That is not a slogan. It is a principle. Yeah. Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner. And blank, not rules. Tools. There we go. And that just pretty much sums it up here at Unity of Flagstaff. But, of course, that is not where I will stop. Right? So if you're visiting for the first time and they gave you some propaganda at the door, please drop that in the basket as it comes around, because I would love to stay in touch with you. We like to stay connected. And if you don't want to do that, that's okay too. I promise I won't hunt you down or anything. All right? So we're here to support you in affirmative prayer, because that is what Unity is based on. We have a prayer box right over here that you can drop prayers in. Anonymous, or put your name on it. You can request a minister call. Happy to do that. We also have prayer partners in the room that are willing to pray with you. Those that are available today for prayer, raise your hand. Thank you very much. All right. And our prayer partners, of course, hold us in prayer every week. Your prayer requests, your celebrations, we hold it in the consciousness and the power of prayer. It's a really cool thing that we do. Prayer team is also doing a book study now, so check that out. You can find more information on the website and out in the hallway. It's a powerful thing to have that kind of support behind you. 1-800-NOW-PRAY, 24/7. Silent Unity is always there. And you can always contact me here at the community. I'd love and be honored to pray with you. So thank you for that. So now I'm going to invite my dear friend, Miss Shar Snipes, a prayer team member, by the way. Yes, you can applaud. Come on over here, darling, right here. I'm going to give you this microphone. Thank you, Shar, for doing this. Our prayer team, as I said, is here to support you and holds this community in prayer every week and in their prayers every day. So thank you, Shar.
So please join me in prayer. Rest into this moment as we pray together. Divine Spirit of love and oneness, we open our hearts to the infinite presence of your grace and new understanding. With each breath, we allow the flow of divine wisdom, trusting that all is unfolding in perfect harmony. Today, we embrace radical acceptance, welcoming every moment, every feeling, every part of ourselves with the divine, unconditional love that is within each of us at this moment, right here, right now. No part of us is beyond the reach of divine healing light. We release the power of all resistance, all fear, all judgment, and rest in knowing that we are exactly where we are meant to be. We see through the lives of love, embracing ourselves and others as divine expressions of oneness. We affirm that in this moment, we are whole. We are love. We are blessed. We are grateful, and so it is, and so we let it be.
Yes. Boy, that's a good way to start the day. Take a breath around that. So I'm hearing an interesting noise behind me. I'm going to switch microphones. Am I the only one hearing it? Yeah. It's a rumble. Let's get ready to rumble! You know, that's all about ministry. You just got to be flexible. So this is Celebration Sunday, the first Sunday of the month. I'd like to first of all to give thanks and acknowledge our Board of Trustees. Who are my board members that are here today? Stand up. Go ahead and stand up. We want to love you up. All right? Come on, round of applause. Thank you, Shar and Sue. They're working hard. They are. There's a lot going on, right? I mean, besides the rumble, right? And we appreciate the effort, the ongoing effort. Yeah, this is an amazing community, and you are blessed by amazing leaders. I'd also like to acknowledge that's it, the word's calendar. Our calendar sponsors for this month, who are Dennis Homan and Sandy Pizer. Thank you very much for our Unity of Flagstaff calendar sponsor. It's really cool. Take a look at it. We appreciate it. And this year, we just sold all those calendars, didn't we, Helen? Yeah, round of applause for Helen and Alice and Trina and all those people that worked on that calendar. We appreciate you. And our Helping Hands project for the last quarter of 2024 was Flagstaff Shelter Services. We wrote them a $2,000+ check. Yes, round of applause. Yeah, that's pretty cool, huh? For the end of the year. We love supporting our local nonprofits. That's what our Helping Hands is all about. And like I like to say, the more you give, the more we give. We give 65% of the 10% that we tithe back to a local nonprofit here in Flagstaff. It's a great program, and we're doing great work. And then I have an exciting announcement. You want to hear it? Yeah. So you guys know I'm going to Mexico by July, right? Okay. So we have a search committee. You're going to hear more about that, and that is also on here to thank Helen Hudgens-Farrell for leading our search committee for that. It's big work. It's a lot of work, and she'll have some more information to share with you later, but I do want to acknowledge that. And so what we're doing is we're taking a look at how things get done around here. What we discovered was that the minister probably was doing a lot of operations. And operations fall into things like preparing the Sunday service, the PowerPoint, the e-letter, it includes a lot of things. And there's a ladder in there every so often, and there's time to take the Christmas tree down. That's kind of operation stuff. So what we've discovered is we would like to free up our next ministerial candidate to not have to do that, where they get to be your minister. Yeah. So we have hired, all right, come on up here, Sean. We have hired our new operations director. This is Sean McKernan. You know what I did? I looked at Sean's resume and I took a highlighter and I highlighted it and I said, you want to know what my task list is as the operations director? It's his resume. We are so blessed. We are so blessed. And he does AV too. So congratulate yourselves. You're an amazing community, right? Yes, it is. It is. Yes, we are blessed. So we are celebrating. And again, congratulations to us. Congratulations to Sean, and welcome to our family, Sean. We're grateful to have you. We are. All right, yes. So what are you celebrating today? Let's celebrate. Let's celebrate it all. What you got? Who's got a mic? Oh, there's the microphone right there, darling. Thank you. All right. Celebrating, and we can just wrap this right into prayer requests and gratitudes also. So it all can just go together. Be a nice soup.
Well, this last week went amazing for me. My husband David had surgery on Monday. Perfect. Everything went well. My granddaughter turned 16 on Wednesday.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, baby.
That was a big day.
Oh.
My sister the next day had a 90% blockage in her carotid artery. They got it. She's doing great.
Hey, you're on a roll, baby.
I know. And the same day, Ren flew to the Philippines. And not only did she have a good trip, but we were all sending her good vibes. I put her in a prayer box. And the first leg of her trip, which was 20 hours, she had all 4 seats so she could just lay down. And she slept the whole time.
Love it.
So
Yay!
there you go.
We are so celebrating that. We're grateful for Dave's easy return to perfect health expression. We're grateful for your sister's healing. Yeah? Ren's safe travel, right? It's all good. And you are willing to receive that good. And we celebrate that joy with you. We do. Isn't it good to be us? It is. We're celebrating. Thank you, Donna. Thank you. All right, who's next? There he is.
I'm actually going to stand for this.
Oh, cool.
Number one, over the last month, I finally have a home. I've been in a state of transition, working my way through my own inner self, going through treatment, going through sober living environments, and I finally, for the first time in over 3 years, have a home, and it's really, really nice. I haven't been here for a couple weeks because I've been basking in it. I'm not going to lie. It's nice to have a comfortable place to be, and I'm very appreciative for all that's been given to me. Number two, today, Puxadani Phil came out, and it just so happens to mark one of the most significant people in my life, which is my grandmother. And it is her birthday. I don't know how old she would be. However, she left a very lasting impression on my life that has helped to carry me a long way and find success. Where I was raised by narcissistic parents, she had a tendency to bring me into her space, and we would eat really good breakfast because she knew how to cook well. Two, we would do a 1,000-piece puzzle in a weekend together. We would play cards. She lived in a high-rise building where there was, at the time, it was for older people to kind of retire into. It was 9 stories, 12 per thing, so you can only imagine how many people were in the space. And she would parade me around at 9 and 8 and 10, like, this is my grandson. He's going to be president one day. And she's right. I have the dictation for it. However, I don't have the fucking attitude. That's for sure. Oh, my God. See what I mean? But ultimately, I'm just
Unity of Flagstaff gets
Miller
a buy on that, by the way.
Her name is Claudine Miller, and I'm going to end this with it was about 15 years ago. I was sitting at the table with my guys, and we were drinking, and we were doing it, and we were playing cards, and there was this moment that flashed into my life that I realized that she had set me up to sit with these gentlemen as we sat around the table of 6, enjoying each other's company with the regular for years. And I realized it was just an extension of the love that she offered me and the things that she offered. And that's what I'm going to leave with today. Thank you.
So, home. Oh, feel that? Feels good to feel at home, doesn't it? I have an acronym for the word home. You want to hear it? Hear our memories evolve. Yeah. So we're celebrating that with you, Alan. That's a big deal. Yeah, it's a big moment. What can I say about grandmas? Right? They are wonderful. Every person on the planet once could know that kind of love and support. Just once. It would make a difference in their life, wouldn't it? Yeah. And it did. Yeah, I agree. Most important relationship to date is the one that I had and have with my grandma today. So I celebrate grandma with you. I celebrate grandmas in general. Yay, grandmas! Thanks for being here. It's good to have you back. Not so much basking, though, on Sunday morning. Anyone else? There we go. Hello, dear.
Hello. I have a gratitude because I actually had, when I started the prosperity class with Selena, we did a meditation and had a vision of what we were looking for. And two different things came my way that were exactly a part of that vision, which was that people would come to me and ask me to do what I love to do with them, not me pounding the pavement, not me making the phone calls and emails, but someone saying, I want you to work with me. And that happened twice. This past week,
Hey, that's a pretty good percentage, Selena.
So I was meaning to get in touch with the principal at Pine Forest, but she beat me to it and set up something for this Friday for the professional development day for me to work with the teachers on speech, which I'm so excited for. And then also the tour that I'll be doing in April. I had an old friend who I didn't even know. She was a part of where we were going on the tour, and she said, when you stop here, I want you to spend an afternoon with our teachers and work with them. So that's two really beautiful things.
We're celebrating.
Yeah. And then,
yes.
And then aside from that, it's funny because when I saw the email about the radical acceptance, I had a couple of other challenges this week. And I called a few people on the phone or had a few conversations, and I was in a state of not quite acceptance. And they were there for me. And it was just a reminder when the smoke blew over, I have people who are there for any range of emotion, who are radically accepting of me and my journey. And I'm so thankful.
We are celebrating. We're thankful also, because in the lives of those that we love, what more could we hope for than for them to feel supported and loved and accepted, right? What more could we hope for? So we're celebrating that with you. And of course this is happening. People are coming into your sphere and offering you work. Don't you want to arrive at the place of spiritual maturity that instead of going, whoa, we go, well, of course it's happening that way, right? Well, I'm not there yet, but I'll stand with you, right? We're celebrating. Yeah, round of applause. This community's doing amazing things. It is. Mr. Daniel, oh, I got one over here. So I didn't see you with that microphone over there, Dixie.
After about 3 weeks, unbeknownst to me, I had bronchitis, and I finally made a trip to urgent care, and am doing much better. So I'm very grateful for that I am no longer have this horrible deep cough.
We are too.
And also a prayer request for my mother. She's 96. Her name is Devlin. She fell yesterday morning and broke her pelvis. It is a clean break, so she does not have to have surgery, which is good. She will go to rehab. But prayers of comfort for her and for me and my family.
So, healing is happening. We know that to be true because your body is healing. And we have a reminder that the presence of Spirit is everywhere all the time, at the same time. Yeah. So we see that true for Evelyn, for your mom, that she's willing to accept the help that is there to support her. That clean break is just a moment of rest for her. And that all those that are caring for her show up in love and light and understanding. And that you find peace in and around this because you are supported and you are loved, and we are here to be with you in this. You're welcome. Yeah. Now, Daniel, we've missed you, Daniel. I mean, not that we take attendance.
Good morning, everybody.
Although I do know who's not here today. No.
Right. I'm glad to be here. I have a prayer request and a gratitude. My gratitude is, some of you know that on Christmas Day I engaged with Jane Raymond, a spiritual being, beautiful connection. And so that's my gratitude. And my prayer request, and somebody taught me few years ago to start out my day and end my day with, I want what God wants. So I stick to that. And she and I met with homeowners of a manufactured double wide home down in Buckeye. And we're praying and making negotiations to get that put onto her property in Camp Verde. It's a big deal. And it's contingent upon a moving company being willing to move it and set it up. So there's a lot of loopholes to weave through, and a spiritual divine grace will guide me through that, her through that, and also the sellers. So I appreciate all of you. Thank you.
Yeah. So we're celebrating, Daniel, because wanting what God wants is usually a pretty safe bet, isn't it? Yeah. And we're celebrating that connection with you and Jane and this next step. And what we know is that there's not a mobile home anywhere that God is not in. Right? And if that's intended to be yours, and that is the highest outcome for you and Jane, then that will come together. And if not that, something greater. Yeah. And we will hold that with you. And if you can't remember that, because there are moments that we might not be able to, that's what community is here for. And we're going to miss you terribly. We are. But we're still holding positive outcome. Thank you, Daniel. Yeah, that's right. We're not that far away. Yeah, we're not that far away. Yes, Miss Tara.
I missed the week that this happened, but I really just feel like celebrating with you that I have 40 years of sobriety. And what that has, thank you. Aw. It's totally changed my life.
Wow. Wow. God is in it. And yes, your life has been blessed. And I know at least 1,000 more that have been blessed because of you. And me, I'm fortunate to be one of those. We love you, Tara. Congratulations. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. Round of applause.
I'd like to request prayers for Karen Canlicini. Her dog Booty is limping, and she's worried about him. And so prayers for calmness for Karen and for the wholeness and the best possible outcome for Booty.
Booty. Just seeing that surrounded in love and her heart at peace. And divine guidance, the next right steps for everybody with the highest outcome. We're seeing that coming easy for her. And I'm sure she's watching. So we say love to you, Miss Karen, and light. Yeah. All right. Thank you for that. All right, Miss Helen.
Well, I am grateful for a positive outcome for my husband, Michael. You know he's not here because it's quiet. But he's feeling lots better. He's been down for a little bit, and we ended up in the emergency room in the hospital. But he's home. He had wonderful care, and we just see him continuing in a way that's healthy.
Yeah, bring old Michael into your heart. That's not hard to do, is it? Right? And he'd say this is a bunch of bull, and and bull pucky. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. He wouldn't say pucky, would he? No. So what we know is that Michael's whole and healthy right where he is. That he is the expression of divine health right now, exactly as he is. And we see that ever expressing in a higher and greater way. We align with his perfect health, and we are claiming it, and we are demanding that we see that, and we see wholeness, and we say thank you, Spirit, for that. Because we love Michael. We love Michael. There's not anybody in the room we don't. Right here, my friend. But we do miss him in a room, don't we?
I want to express gratitude. 2 Wednesdays ago, I totaled our car on the 101 in Phoenix in the morning after dropping off Charlotta, our daughter Beth, and our granddaughter Lena on their way to take Lena to college. So they were at the airport, which was a good thing because there's only me in the car. So the gratitude is it was a pretty significant accident. As I said, the car was totaled, and I have no injuries or anything from it. So I'm very thankful.
Yeah. And so are we. Yeah, and so are we. And congratulations to that granddaughter. Yeah. Yeah. She's loving it. So we just see light around this, Bob. Whatever it brings, whatever information, whatever healing, whatever needs to happen in it, we say, all right, let's see where we go with this. And we are present to the wisdom and the innate connection to Spirit that we are. And that is the way it is, and so it is. Yeah. Yes. All right, how we doing? Did I make enough commission on that part, Marilyn? Did we? Yeah. Okay. You think we did all right? All right. You're giving me a pass. I get a passing grade. Gold star. I have a funny story about that. You got something else, darling? We're getting ready to do that. So thank you and thank you for that. So if we are complete with that celebration, are there any birthdays, anniversaries, sober birthdays? What you got? What are you celebrating? Right? Did you buy a new car? Yeah, Gary got a new car. I think that's a celebration. Raise your hand if you got something to celebrate. We want to deliver a rose to you. Here we go. Come on, Gary. You want a rose? Thank you very much. So there's always more roses. We celebrate you. And one here for Bob. Oh, you got one. One's enough. Okay, fine. I thought he was going to double dip there for a minute. Who else we got? You got one? Okay, here we go. So we celebrate it all. That's what we do. We see God in it and we celebrate it all. And we start with our gratitudes and our prayer requests, and we are grateful for that. We're grateful that God knows the details. We're grateful for all that we've heard. And even that we haven't heard, right? What we're carrying in our hearts or in our minds. And we release that to the highest expression. That's what we do. And we say, so it is. Say it with me. And so it is. So thank you, my friends. We are going to affirm now the unity principle number 5. This has been Pennyized, but you know, it kind of says the same thing. So here we go. It is not enough to talk, teach, or lament about the truth. We must live the truth we know. And the only short version could be, live the truth we know. So if you'll get the lights for us, Daniel, I saw you pop up to go back there and do that. Look at that. Perfect. We're going to move into a time of meditation, so feel yourself settling in, just relaxing. We've heard some really awesome things, haven't we? So take a deep breath. Just notice we're right here. Hear the sounds in the room and getting settled in our chairs. Oh, did I turn the coffee pot off? Just let that go now. We can come back to it, but let it go now. Resting in the presence. Allowing the light within to bathe us and soothe us and connect us. Loving kindness. For all beings. May you know peace. Peace be with you. May you know light. Light be with you. May you know love. Love be with you. May you know oneness. Oneness be with you. We feel the loving kindness of the universe embracing us. We feel the healing power. We deny the power of anything that separates us from this knowing. We embrace the peace of acceptance. We allow this time to remind us of our oneness, of our connection. We allow this sense of healing to wash over us. We receive with joy the good of the universe. And we rest for just a moment. We rest. This connection enfolds us. And we see the collective power of standing with each other in our oneness. And we open this as it moves beyond this room and out into the world. That all may know peace. That all may know love. That all may know oneness. Thank you, Spirit. And so it is. And so we let it be.
Once there was a boy named Jack. Climbed so high, he never looked back. The elders in town standing all around, screaming, boy, come back down. 'Cause what do you know about gravity? What do you know about society? He laughs out loud, looking all around, singing, there's no limits on me. There's no limits on this life we lead, just as long as we believe. Sky's wide open and so are we. We are free. Once there was a girl named Gail. She caught a gust of wind in her sails. She flew so high, no matter what they tried, they just couldn't reel her back in. Her whole damn life she's been told, keep your head down, stay low. But now she's high, stars in her eyes, there's no limits on us. There's no limits on the life we lead, just as long as we believe. Sky's wide open and so are we. I'm breaking free. There's no limits on the life we lead, just as long as we believe. Sky's wide open and so are we. I'm breaking free. It's not about what I want to do, it's about who I want to be. It's not about what I want to do, it's about who I want to be. It's not about what I want to do, it's about you and me. And there's no limits on the life we lead, just as long as we believe. Sky's wide open and so are we. I'm breaking free. There's no limits on the life we lead, just as long as we believe. Sky's wide open and so are we. And me, I'm breaking free.
That was the perfect choice. Yes. Yay, Matt. That's an original. Right? I just got to tell you, that doesn't happen every Sunday in a unity. I just want you to know that. Matt writes those songs, he works on them, he comes in, he rehearses, he gives his time to us to do that. Round of applause. We are so darn blessed. Right? And it's good stuff. I mean, right? It'd be okay if it wasn't so good. But, right? You know what I'm saying? Right? Once upon a time, there was a farmer, I think you've all heard this story, who had a horse. And his horse ran away. And his neighbor said, "Oh, that's terrible. That's bad luck." And the farmer says, "Well, could be good, could be bad." So a few days later, the horse returns. Ta-ta-da-da. "Wow, look how lucky you are," their neighbors say. And he brought a whole group of wild stallions. "Awesome. That's good luck." And the farmer said, "Could be good, could be bad." And sure enough, his son got the wise idea that he was going to break one of those wild stallions. He fell off and broke his arm. "Oh, that's awful." The neighbor said, "What bad luck you have." He says, "Well, could be, could be." There we go. And so a couple days later, here come the king's men, and they're rounding up all the young men for war. They won't take this guy because he's got a broken bone. Could be good, could be bad. The point is this. That is a perfect example of what Ivana mentioned in her meditation last week. She used the terminology situational truth. And boy, have I run with that this week, right? Now, I know, the talk is about, what is the talk? Something about acceptance, right? Right? Radical acceptance. So why is she talking about situational truth? Well, you probably have as many guesses as I have why I'm doing that. But this is what we know. Situational truth is a truth within the confines of a situation. Could be good, could be bad. Could be true, might not be. If it were taken out of context, does it still hold truth? Does it change every time the wind changes or I turn the TV on? Situational truth is where it is true because of the environment that it's in. Now, I noticed that the neighbors in that store were more worried about things than the farmer was himself. Anybody ever be that neighbor? It's all my business being up in your business, right? It's all my business, and off we'll go. But that's a different Sunday, right? I don't want to be there, Marcia says. Not that any of us would ever do that. But back to situational truth. So it's such a great term. And I'm glad that Ivana brought it back into the forefront of my awareness. I've heard this before. We've talked about situational truth before. But what a great thing. Situational truth refers to the idea that truth can be dependent on the context or the circumstances. So you guys got it, right? Now, last week we talked about speaking power into truth. That was not what we were talking about. We were talking about objective truth. We're talking about truth that never changes. We're talking about truth that stays steady and wears through the generations and generations and generations. Truth that is unchangeable. Unchanging. Constant, says the revealing word. That which is, has been, and will be that which eternally is. That is objective truth. Do you see the difference? See a difference? Go like this. There we go. Thank you. I just need to be affirmed. I'm just saying. We want to look at what radical acceptance has to do with all of that, because the truth is, situational truth is the perfect opportunity to apply radical acceptance. You get it? Did it connect for you? Good. Oh, I'm so glad. No visual aids, so I was hoping that was going to work. Isn't radical acceptance a fancy word, way of saying just give up? Is that what it is? Doesn't it send the message that I agree? Huh? Yeah. We want to look at what it means. We want to look at how it applies in our life. And actually, what does all this have to do with situational truth? And honestly, where does the farmer come in? Right? But I noticed when I started working on this concept of radical acceptance that I could hardly get away from situational truth. Because right now I feel like I'm living in a lot of situational truth. Feels like I'm hearing a lot of things that because of the context they are in, yep, that absolutely works for that person or that group or those folks or whatever that is. That family member, me. Sometimes I write my own situational truth. Do you? Anybody? Oh, come on, I'm not the only one. Come on now. I am not the only one, right? What I noticed is that positioned in relationship to situational truth, I found that radical acceptance is the perfect response. And if it's not the perfect one, let's keep looking, but let's use it for a while, is all I'm saying. Let's apply some radical acceptance in our lives. Is there any place in your life that might make a difference? You don't have to say it out loud. Is there any place in your life that if you looked at that situation and you said, you know what? I'm going to open up to the possibility, because that's where I have to start. I'm going to open up to the possibility that I could be radically accepting in this situation. Just start there. Now, where in your life, if you said that, where could you feel that applying and maybe having a positive impact? Got it? If you don't have one, I've got plenty to share. Okay? So you got that situation in your life where if you could stand in front of that situation or that individual or that condition, whatever it is, and stand right there with it and say, I am willing to consider radical acceptance in this. Now, once you got there, I'm going to invite you to go one little more step. Now see yourself standing with it and saying, I radically accept this situation. Come on. I radically accept this situation. Radical acceptance is the willingness to experience ourselves and our lives as it is, says Tara Brock. And acceptance does not mean resignation, Michael Fox tells us. It means understanding that something is what it is and that there is a way through it. It's not agreeing with. Radical acceptance means making peace with life on life's terms. And because I choose peace, anybody else want that in your life? Because I choose peace, I'm going to remember what Carl Rogers told us, and it is this. The curious paradox is that when I accept myself as I am, then I can change. And guess what? That doesn't just apply on this personal side of the formula. When I can accept whatever it is that's bringing me grief, whatever it is that makes me go, whatever it is that makes me go, really? Whatever it is, I can stand and say, all right, I'm willing to radically accept you, I think. Give me just a moment. Let me go back to the core of who I am and the nature of my divine expression. Let me go back there for a moment so that I can stand in radical acceptance. And it doesn't mean that I have to agree with you. It doesn't mean that. Even when it's uncomfortable, even when it's painful. And here's the clincher. Even when I'm not trying to change it. Like I said, give me a minute. Give me a minute to remember who I am and who that is, or they are, or it is. Give me a minute. And when I think the thought, I don't have to accept this. Not me. I don't have to give in to that. I don't have to accept this. And suddenly I notice that my peace of mind has escaped me. Suddenly I notice that the world sucks. Suddenly I notice that I am not happy being in my own skin. I showed them, didn't I? It's more easy to be miserable than it is to radically accept something, isn't it? Sometimes. I don't want to do that. I just don't want to do that. I'm just noticing I am just not as pleasant or fun to be around. When I have given into, I am not accepting this. This is, and should I quote Michael? This is bull malarkey. Right? That's what it is. And then I suffer. I showed them. And then I suffer. And what about that paradox? What about that paradox that when I accept myself just as I am, then I can change? When I accept whatever it is, whoever it is, whatever the condition, whatever it is, when I can accept it as it is and radically allow myself to move beyond all those boundaries and all those stop points that I have set in my life, to radically accept something that I thought I could never even have fathomed. Now I get to be at peace. Now I am clear of mind. Now I can start to change something. Now I can. But not until I have moved to a place that I am willing to align with I can radically accept this, and I can do it and stand in the knowing that I don't agree with it. It is as it is. I have a little thing in my kitchen that says that. And on the back I wrote, but it's not as it will always be. It is as it is, but it is not as it will always be. And when I move into a place of acceptance, that's when I get to transform it, and not a moment before. I know. I thought that was a really good find. To truly practice radical acceptance, we start with ourselves, and this means accepting our shortcomings. Not that anybody in this room has any, right? It means accepting our fears. It means accepting our dreams. It means accepting that we've been accepted. Yeah. Emmett Fox said this, you are the architect of your life. Acceptance empowers us to design a life that is filled with love and balance and care and joy and light. Kind of hard to imagine why we'd ever not move into acceptance, isn't it? When you consider all that. And as Matt will share with you in this next song that he's going to do, that he of course wrote, We love that. He says this, I got reasons to believe that I could be the difference, if only by degrees. To lend a helping hand to someone else in need. I am only one, but I could be that one. Hello, world. It's me. Moving into, using our tools of mindful meditation, using our tools of prayer, diving deep into the teachings and wanting to have more understanding. It makes radical acceptance a lot easier. That's what I notice. And when we start to apply the practice of radical acceptance, the sting of situational truth begins to soften. And we can truly stand back and see it as that. And accept it for what it is in its context. And stand in the truth of who we are. And that is divine, amazing children of God. I can radically accept that. I can radically accept that. We can start to align more easily with our divine expression. We can start to move into acceptance without a big tug of war for the fear that they might think I agree with them, somebody else might think I agree with them, or whatever. Radically accepting that diagnosis is exactly that. It's a diagnosis. It is not the truth of who I am, and I will accept its presence as it presents, but I will know that the God in me is greater than that. And I can accept it because I know that I am infinite in nature. I know that I am one with all that is, and I know that that is bigger than anything I think I have to accept. Yeah, I say let's be radical. Let's be accepting in our life. It doesn't mean we agree, but take a breath and allow your divine creativity and your nature to come forward. And acceptance will lay that path open for you. Yeah. Say hello, world. It's me. Namaste.
I could sit at home, feeling sorry for myself, putting boxes of excuses up upon the shelf. But there's so much that I could do, feel better by myself. But I'm by myself and find somebody I could help. So hello world, it's me, and I've got reasons to believe that I could be the difference, if only by degrees. And I am only one, but I could be the one to lend a helping hand to someone else in need. And I'll sing, hello world, hello world, hello world, it's me. And I'll sing, hello world, hello world, hello world, it's me. And autumn leaves are falling, time slipping through our hands. But as long as there's a moment, we still have a chance to live out loud and go down fast, swinging for the fences, drinking deeply from the well of life with friends we have barely met. So hello world, it's me, and I've got reasons to believe that I could be the difference, if only by degrees. And I am only one, but I could be the one to lend a helping hand to someone else in need. And I'll sing, hello world, hello world, hello world, it's me. And I'll sing, hello world, hello world, hello world, it's me. And it's heaven on, it's heaven on, it's heaven on this earth. And I believe it's heaven, heaven on, heaven on this earth. So I sing, hello world, it's me. And I've got reason to believe that I could be the difference, if only by degrees. And I am only one, but I could be the one to lend a helping hand to someone else in need. And I'll sing, hello world, hello world, hello world, it's me. I'll sing, hello world, hello world, hello world, it's me. And I'll sing, hello world, hello world, hello world, it's me.
Isn't that great? That is so awesome. All right, Miss Sue, I'm going to have you come on up. Sue Mine is today's, come on up, darling, board basket blesser. Can you say that 3 times really fast? Board basket blesser. She could say radically. So we are welcoming our board member, Sue Mine, to the front here. She's a dedicated volunteer. She is the secretary of the current board of trustees. But there's so much more, which is so true of everyone in this community. I wanted to share with you that I read a little thing in a newsletter from the Cancer Support Group here in northern Arizona. And it said, therapeutic writing. At the Cancer Support Center of Flagstaff, writing is a tool of self-care and personal growth while moving through a cancer diagnosis. Our Sue Mine leads that group. Now you can have it.
Thank you. And it is an honor to lead those groups, I have to say. So thanks everyone for being here. Thank you, Matt, for making your wonderful music and giving us even more lessons. Just wonderful to see all your beautiful faces. So let's say this quote together. Embrace change as a catalyst for prosperity, for it paves the way to new opportunities. And isn't that what we're living here? New opportunities. So we also appreciate our YouTube viewers. There are ways for you to express your appreciation as well. Go to www.unityofflagstaff.org/donate or mail your gift to P.O. Box 1740 Flagstaff, Arizona 86002. So, people with baskets, please come forward. You going to do them both? We need another helper here. So we're going to bless these outgoing baskets. And so let's say together, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, Spirit. Go forward and gather. So let me also fill you in about next Sunday. Are you curious about what Unity of Flagstaff says about that? Interested in membership or just looking for free lunch? Nothing wrong with that. So that's February 9th, next Sunday. So it's after our Sunday celebration. You can sign up probably out there. And
if you're already a member and you'd like to join so that you can share some of your wisdom about membership with those that are interested, or just come to the class, find out what Unity does say about that. You don't have to be interested in membership at all. There's no obligation. I don't think, we'll probably let them out if they don't join, but that's okay. But yeah, so it's really, we had a really cool big circle several times when we had that conversation about what does Unity say about that? And people are always a little surprised about what we teach in New Thought about some traditional things.
More announcements while we're waiting. Love live music? Maybe you would want to sponsor a Sunday music day. If you have the opportunity, not if, it's you do have it. So you can see the board out in the foyer or connect with Selena and make that happen. So, and Helen, would you like to come up and say a few words?
Thank you. Thank you. She asked me if I would like to. I guess I would like to. Thank you for that invitation.
Radical acceptance right there, folks.
So what I am wanting to do is kind of update you on what's happening with the search committee. So right now, we're still in this open period. If you're interested in serving on the search committee, you need to contact me and let me know of your interest, and we can talk about that. Maybe
Hey,
you'd
Helen,
like,
hold the mic closer. We want everybody to hear you.
maybe you'd like, oh, you can hear me better. Maybe you'd like to know a little bit more. First of all, we're looking that you have to be a member of Unity. That's a requirement.
That's a strong arm to the next membership class. No, just kidding.
Coincidence. And then secondly, you actually have to be interested and or willing to do this, to make the commitment to serve on the committee. It's not intended to be something you could put on your resume. It really is a participatory kind of thing. There will be 7 members on the committee, and one of those is the liaison from the Board of Trustees, and then the other member, the makeup of the other members, in addition to being members of Unity, we'll look at those that are interested and make sure that we have a balance, that it isn't just all one aspect of the group, but that we try to balance out a representation from various interests, demographics, experience, that kind of thing. I am looking to hear from people this Sunday and next Sunday. So if you're interested, now's the time to talk to me, okay?
And if you're watching on YouTube and you're not here to get a hold of Helen, just get a hold of the office and we'll make sure that she gets your contact and we'll hook you up with her.
Absolutely. And then as far as the process goes, once we get the contact and the deadline passes, we'll let the board know who our recommendation is. The board will have the final say, vote on that, and then we will meet as a committee, and we're looking at that as the first week in March, being when we'll probably have our first meeting, and then we'll organize and figure out what we're doing. Okay? Is there any questions? Good. There you go.
Yay!
Yay, Helen. Helen.
It's a big undertaking, a search committee is, and Helen has experience in that, and we're grateful that she said yes when we asked to lead that.
We are ever so grateful. bring your baskets up, please. So let's join together and say, bless these gifts given from a place of acceptance. We giving them freely, and so it is. Thank you,
Every week.
God.
Every week there's one. There's a misspelling somewhere. Okay, so thank you for that. We're going to, if you would stand, please, we're going to reprise back into Three Little Birds saying, don't worry. Go ahead and stand as you're comfortable.
Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing gonna be alright. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing gonna be alright. One more. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing gonna be alright.
When you see these people, tell them thank you, and together we affirm the light of God surrounds us. Claim the light. The love of God enfolds us. Claim the love. The power of God protects us. Claim the power. And the presence of God watches over us. Claim the presence. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Create an amazing week, my friends. Namaste.